Hey there everybody, welcome back to another episode of What Is, a video series where I casually chat with you guys about video games that I've played recently, and a text message comes on through giving you my thoughts, opinions, and ultimate review on said game, on whether or not you should potentially purchase it for yourself or not. Just presenting everything out there for you guys, let you guys make your own informed decisions. No scripts with this, as you can tell. No, anything like that. Just some light notes to keep myself on track. And with that all being said, let's talk what is Mythforce. This is gonna be another first look type of what is, because Mythforce was on the Steam Next Fest. The demo came out right about then. The demo is actually still out, so you can actually download it, load it up for yourself for free, and have a look at the game for yourself after watching the video and see if you truly want to purchase it for yourself in the future when it comes out or not. Mythforce is going to be a first-person roguelike game. It is it's heavily inspired by 80s Saturday morning cartoons, especially the high fantasy ones like Thundercats and He-Man, Masters of the Universe, like those games like that. They're not games, but those shows like that you would watch on a Saturday morning back in the 80s and such. The style is there. The themes are there, the music is there to match it all. It's honestly it's a kind of a kick-ass time, I'm not gonna lie. There's 4 different classes to play. You can play as the mage, the knight, the hunter, or the rogue. So they're basically, it's your typical high fantasy D&D kind of class setup. Ultimately is kind of what you're looking at here, minus a healer, I guess. Each one has their 3 abilities that they can use, plus an ultimate ability, which basically resets all your cooldowns, and I think it heals you up to max, and it knocks all the enemies down, and you get that, you generate that over time as you attack and kill enemies and everything of sorts throughout the dungeons. The ultimate goal of this game is to work your way through the story that they've laid out for you, where you take down it seems like there's 3 major bosses. I've never made it past the first boss in all of my runs of this, but it's a typical roguelike where, you aren't gonna beat it your first time. You are going to struggle. And as you play through the game, you get more materials. You unlock things to help you progress even further with each run. That's just typically what a roguelike is. I spent most of my time with the hunter class, the bow and arrow type dude, which is pretty pretty easy to pick apart enemies from afar. But if you ever got too close, everyone has their the primary weapon. So the hunter's obviously primary weapon is his bow, but he also had a parrying dagger and sword as a secondary weapon. Everyone has a secondary weapon they can use to switch out to if they wanted to along the way. So there's a lot of different opportunities for different play styles and different ways to tackle each encounter and such as you go through the game. Ways you can kind of change things up are you can buy different secondary weapons for your people. So for the hunter, I could buy a sword and shield if I wanted to. I could actually buy magic books that will, do different magical effects based on the type of book it is. I think there was an ice one and an electric one available to me. And as you progress through the game, you collect these blood gems and stuff. And as you collect more gems, it actually unlocks higher tier shops for you to upgrade your weapons and everything of the sorts in between there. As far as more progression stuff goes that was available in the demo, there is like a constellation type thing, which you can slot these gems into, which give you different base stats. So you can kind of build your character out, obviously based on what gems you have. But as you collect a collection of gems, you can build your stats out for your character that you want, however you see fit and however you are weakest and such going through the game, which I thought was pretty cool. And then the final thing that they have available, at least in the demo, there's a lot of customization options just for your character in general in terms of voice lines and emotes you can do to show off to your friends, and there's different skins you can buy for your characters as well. It looks like it all can be bought with in-game currency. You collect gold throughout the dungeons, and whatever you leave the dungeon with gold-wise, that's what you get to collect. You can spend that gold that you collect in the dungeons on various items like potions or different upgrades for your character, or different items you can hold on your like for yourself, or you can try to save all your gold and just take it out with you so you can buy all the different costumes and upgrades and stuff quicker. I honestly had a lot of fun with Mythforce. I just got off playing a session recently. I'm like right before I recorded this, I got done trying to do a run, made it to the first boss, got my ass kicked again. That's where the ranger kind of falls short with that guy. I kind of need to swap to a sword and shield, I think, if I want to take him down. Mythforce does come out on September 12th of this year. That's about 6 weeks from now or something like that. But like I said, definitely try out the demo, maybe get some friends to try out the demo with. This is going to be up to a 4-player co-op game as well, if I didn't mention that. can play this game with up to 3 other friends and have 4 of you in there taking on these dungeons and really just kind of mowing this stuff down. I don't know if the difficulty scales if you have more friends with you, but you know, let me know down below if you try it out with some friends and that is the case. But yeah, let me know if you guys are planning on trying out the demo, gonna play this with some friends, the difficulty does change, or if you guys plan on picking it up when the game releases. I will see you guys next time. One last thing that I forgot to mention, any progress that you make within the demo will be carried over to the full release of the game. I'll find the post that the devs posted up on Steam, whether it was on the forum or through a news post, but I did read that any progress that you do make within the demo will be carried to the full release in September. So don't be afraid to dive in there, really spend some time with the demo, unlock all the gold you can get, all the upgrades you can get, because that does carry over to the full release. We'll see you guys in the next video.